Hello again. So this video, we're still on the topic of infidelity and recovering from infidelity. And we've already touched on how difficult it is to restore physical and emotional intimacy after infidelity. And in this video, I'm going to talk about how difficult it is to restore trust. That is a really, really tricky one um, after infidelity because, well, trust is a cornerstone of any relationship, and the whole relationship is at risk of collapse if trust's broken. So, for couples recovering from infidelity, rebuilding trust is one of the most challenging yet essential steps in the healing journey. So I'm just going to flag up a few things that do help with rebuilding trust. It can't be rebuilt overnight, as you know. It's a slow process. It requires time, patience, and consistent, as I said before, consistent small actions. And both partners need to be committed to restoring the trust. Now, it's easy to think that it's the person who's been unfaithful, that it's up to them to restore the trust. But actually, both of you need to work together to restore trust. So, as I said in the other videos, it's a lot of small gestures that build up. So one of the biggest things in restoring trust is transparency. So transparency means being open, honest, and willing to share information that might previously have been private. So for the person who's been unfaithful, um, this openness, it isn't about losing your privacy or control, but it's about creating an environment where the betrayed partner feels safe. So transparency is a practice, as Tammy Nelson says in her new monogamy. She says transparency is a practice of radical honesty that fosters connection, security, and ultimately healing. So the purpose of this um, real open transparency is not to make the unfaithful person feel bad or not to make them suffer, but actually to start to heal the person who's felt cheated and hurt and betrayed. Um, so it does feel uncomfortable for the person who's been unfaithful, but it does allow healing and for the betrayed partner to have some control again. So transparency in this context after infidelity involves several steps that both partners can take to rebuild trust. So some practical aspects of this is to create space for regular, open conversations where both of you can share your feelings and fears and needs. So setting aside time for daily or weekly check-ins help to, well, re-establish connection. So some of you might have seen my videos. There's the daily temperature reading and there's a weekly business meeting, and both of those are very connecting. They are mechanisms that give you space and a container for being connected, but it's also about being open and honest. So within that is open access to information. So the unfaithful partner can help rebuild trust by being an open book with phone records, messages, emails, and any other forms of communication that might previously have been concealed. So although this level of access may feel very invasive, and exposing it first, it can be a powerful way to restore the betrayed partner's sense of security, to be able to see your phone, to see your emails, to see your messages, to see what you know was previously maybe hidden. And so sharing your schedules, your timetables, your calendars, your plans, your whereabouts can be a very grounding exercise in trust building. And it is bridge building as well. Knowing each other's daily activities or work commitments can provide reassurance and create a sense of stability in the relationship. So once again, doing this willingly and not seeing it as punishment or difficulty, but actually being gracious about it. You know, most partners who've been unfaithful but who don't want to lose their marriage or their relationship, they will say, oh, you know, darling, we'll do anything. Well, this is something that you can do, is be an open book and allow yourself to be transparent in your you know, your scheduling and your messaging, and do it willingly and not grudgingly. You know, it is essential, this kind of transparency, rather than making it you know, because look, the person who's being betrayed is really sensitive, trigger sensitive to anything that looks suspicious, and just trying to keep things as they were isn't going to work. So the goal is to create an environment that fosters healing. That is the main purpose. It's not one that to fuel feelings of paranoia or mistrust. And if you want to know more about how to navigate the boundaries in this recovery situation, because it is a recovery process, you'll find in the links underneath this video um, a link for my book, Recovery from and Recovery After Infidelity. So, and in that we look at how much detail does the betrayed partner feel comfortable with. Are there certain aspects of transparency that bring more anxiety than relief? And how can the unfaithful partner show trustworthiness without overwhelming their partner? And how much is too much? So they are all questions. So if you find this video useful or helpful, click like, subscribe, and you'll get more of the same. And I look forward to seeing you in other videos. And if you did find this helpful, click like and subscribe. And I hope to see you again. Bye for now.